Good evening, everybody. Thank you for coming in. It is Wednesday night. We are here to read Matthew chapter 27. Let's see. I pray everybody had a good day. I know my day was kind of not a lot going on, but it was still kind of just blah. Not really blah. It was just kind of a down and quiet day. Yeah, it was just a quiet day. But did have a lot of good news that came out of today, so praise God on that. So we are going to go ahead and get into this in just a few moments, because like I said last night, 27 is kind of long. But of course, as always, I will be, yes, my shirt does say, does it come in black? My husband bought me this shirt because for a while there, all I wore was black. So, and it seems like lately, a lot of my stuff is packed up though. So, that's really funny. All of my stuff, the majority of my stuff is packed up, and I left out mostly black shirts. Apparently, this shirt is still valid. Okay, anyways, yes, I will be coming to you from the King James 1611 version of the Holy Bible. And also, as always, I do have my study Bible, which is the Message Remix, which just kind of breaks things down. None of these and thous and thines, and sometimes all those words can be in one sentence and I get easily confused. So I will come over here just to help me kind of understand a little bit more. Of course, if you do not have a Bible and you want to follow along, there is the Bible app on, whether it's in, if you have Google Play or the Apple Store, I think it's called. My mom has an iPhone. I don't. I am strictly Android, but I've had to help her with hers so much. I know how to navigate it. I just forget what it's called, but I think it's called the Apple Store. And you can download the app from there. Now, in there, they do have different versions of the Bible that you can go through. So as you're reading the King James Version, or, whatever version you would like to read, they do now have the Message. So you can jump over there. Now, just be aware that, like, in here, it'll go, like, verse 7, 8, or 9. Over in the Message, it will do like verses 7 to 10 all in one block, and it doesn't really break it up, just tells you that it's 7 to 10. So yeah. Also though, before I go to that, if you do not have any money but you would like a Bible, there are ministries online. One of them is Pastor Paul Bagley's ministries. I do recommend him as well to follow and listen to. He is a really good pastor. His ministries do offer free Bibles. Otherwise, they do have other websites there online that offer free Bibles. I do know online, I ran into some a couple of nights ago. They have some for like $2, $3 that you can buy that are King James. However, of course, with that comes shipping. The Dollar Tree does supply Bibles. However, I do know that they're about $1.25. So there is that. Hey, Ashley. And then, of course, I'll also be using for words that we may not understand here in the text tonight. I do have a website that I use. It is BibleStudyTools.com/dictionaries. There you can go ahead and type in words and it'll give you what the biblical word may mean. So there's that. Otherwise, we are going to go ahead and twice. We're going to go ahead and jump into this because, like I said, 27 is kind of long. But then, like I said, any questions or anything like that, we'll handle those at the end. So here we go. Like I said, chapter 27, verse 1. When the morning was come, all the chief priests and elders of the people took counsel against Jesus to put him to death. And when they had bound him, they led him away and delivered him to Pontius Pilate, the governor. Then Judas, which had betrayeth him, when he saw that he was condemned, repented himself and brought again the 30 pieces of silver to the chief priests and elders, saying, I have sinned in that I have betrayed the innocent blood. And they said, what is that to us? See thou to that. And that cast down the pieces of silver. And he cast down the pieces of silver in the temple and departed and went and hanged himself. And the chief priests took the silver pieces and said, it is not lawful for to put them into the treasury, because it is the price of blood. So see, they knew what they were doing. They knew, and they didn't care. And they took counsel and brought with them the potter's field to bury strangers in. Wherefore that field was called the field of blood unto this day. Then was fulfilled that which was spoken by Jeremy the prophet, saying, and they took the 30 pieces of silver, the price of him that was valued, whom they of the children of Israel did value, and gave them for the potter's field, as the Lord appointed me. And Jesus stood before the governor, and the governor asked him, saying, art thou the King of the Jews? And Jesus said unto him, thou sayest. And when he was accused of the chief priests and elders, he answered nothing. Then said Pilate unto him, hearest thou not how many things they witness against thee? And he answered him to never a word, insomuch that the governor marveled greatly. Now at that feast the governor was not wont to release unto the people a prisoner whom they would. And they had then a notable prisoner called Barabbas. Therefore, when they were gathered together, Pilate said unto them, whom will ye that I release unto you? Barabbas, or Jesus, which is called Christ? For he knew that the envy they had delivered him. When he was set down on the judgment seat, his wife sent unto him, saying, have thou nothing to do with that just man? For I have suffered many things this day in a dream because of him. But the chief priests and elders persuaded the multitude that they should ask for Barabbas and destroy Jesus. The governor answered and said unto them, whether of the twain will ye that I release unto you? They said, Barabbas. Pilate saith unto them, what shall I do then with Jesus, which is called Christ? They all say unto him, let him be crucified. And the governor said, why, what evil hath he done? But they cried out the more, saying, let him be crucified. When Pilate saw that he could prevail nothing, but that rather a tumult was made, he took water and washed his hands before the multitude, saying, I am innocent of the blood of the just person. See ye to it. Then answered all the people and said, his blood be on us and on our children. That is wild. You would knowingly, just because he called himself the Christ, which he was, and still is today, they willingly said, that's fine, we'll take his blood on our hands and on our children's hands. That's like a curse. Why would you do that? Like I said last night, between 26, 27, 28, these are going to be some hard passages for me. I apologize if I start getting all, I can't. It's hard for me during this. Yeah, it is. It's nuts, right? I'm like, why would you, y'all just, okay, that's fine with us. Like, you talking about generational curses? I'm pretty sure this is what this would be considered. Like, because they all just said, no, that's fine, we'll take it. That's nuts. That's nuts to me. Okay, let me not continue on with that too much longer, though. Okay, on the 26th. Then released he Barabbas unto them. And when he had scourged Jesus, he delivered him to be crucified. Then the soldiers of the governor took Jesus into the common hall, and gathered unto him the whole band of soldiers. And they stripped him, and put him on a scarlet robe. And when they had plaited a crown of thorns, they put it upon his head, and a reed in his right hand. And they bowed the knee before him and mocked him, saying, Hail, King of the Jews. And they spit upon him, and took the reed, and smote him on the head. And after that they had mocked him, and took the robe off of him, and put his own raiment on him, and led him away to crucify him. And as they came out, they found a man of Cyrene, Simon by name. Him they compelled to bear his cross. And when they were come unto a place called Golgotha, that is to say, a place of a skull, they gave him vinegar to drink, mingled with gall. And when he had tasted thereof, he would not drink. And they crucified him, and parted his garments, casting lots, that it might be fulfilled which was spoken by the prophet. They parted his garments among them, and upon my vesture did they cast lots. So let's just go ahead and look and see what the message. Now, I know that's 35, and I don't know if it's going to have me. Let's see. Yeah, this does 35 to 40, but let me see if I can just, let's see. And after they finished nailing him to the cross and were waiting for him to die, they whiled away the time by throwing dice for his clothes. So that's what that means. Excuse me. Okay. And then, let's see. What did I say? 35? Okay, so it's on the 36. And sitting down, they watched him there, and set up over his head the accusation written, This is Jesus, the King of the Jews. Then were there two thieves crucified with him, one on the right hand and another on the left. And they had passed by reviled, and they that passed by reviled him, wagging their heads, and saying, Thou that destroyest the temple and buildest it in 3 days, save thyself. If thou be the Son of God, come down from the cross. Likewise also the chief priests mocking him, with the scribes and elders, said, He saved others, himself he cannot save. If he be the King of Israel, let him now come down from the cross, and we will believe him. He trusted in God. Let him deliver him now, if he will have him. For he said, I am the Son of God. The thieves also, which were crucified with him, cast the same in his teeth. Now, from the 6th hour there was darkness over all the land unto the 9th hour. So that's 3 hours in darkness. And about the 9th hour, Jesus cried with a loud voice, saying, Eli, Eli, lama sabachthani. And I forgot to say some things I don't know how to say correctly. Please, y'all don't come for me. If you know the correct pronunciation, go ahead and drop it in the comments below, or send it to me in Messenger. I'm here to learn with all of y'all, so please don't come for me too bad. But it tells you what it says afterwards. So it's in Hebrew, which I should look in my Sefer too and see what it says. But it says, that is to say, my God, why hast thou forsaken me? Some of them that stood there, when they heard that, said, This man calleth for Elias. And straightway one of them ran and took a sponge and filled it with vinegar and put it on a reed and gave him to drink. The rest said, Let be, let us see whether Elias will come to save him. Jesus, when he had cried again with a loud voice, yielded up the ghost. And behold, the veil of the temple was rent in twain from the top to the bottom, and the earth did quake, and the rocks rent. So that was 50, 51. Just in case somebody doesn't know what that means, let me go ahead and... Okay, so it goes to 53. So let me go ahead and 53, and then I'll go over this. Let's see. And the graves were opened, and many bodies of the saints which slept arose, and came out of the graves after his resurrection, and went into the holy city, and appeared unto many. So, 51 to 53, and actually it gives me 50 alone, so let's go ahead and do 50 to 53. But Jesus, again, crying out loudly, breathed his last breath. At that moment, the temple curtain was ripped in two, top to bottom. There was an earthquake, and rocks were split in pieces. What's more, tombs were opened up, and many bodies of believers asleep in their graves were raised. And it says, after Jesus' resurrection, they left the tombs, entered the holy city, and appeared to many. All right, and then on to 54. Now, when the centurion and they that were with him watching Jesus saw the earthquake and those things that were done, they feared greatly, saying, Truly, this was the Son of God. See, people always wait till the end. They act so stupid and foolish. Sorry, y'all, got allergies. I forgot to take my allergy medicine before this. They act so foolish, and then right there at the end, that's when they realize, oh shoot, I done messed up. And okay, have a good night, Ashley. God bless. And they get there at the end, and they and that's when they realize, I done messed up. I done messed up greatly. And it's too late. It's too late. But I bet you them chief priests weren't going, oh man, what did I do? No, they still didn't care. But we'll get to that though in the next couple of chapters. Or the next couple of books. Because we're getting ready to end Matthew. Because after this we've only got one chapter left, which is 28. They feared greatly, saying, Truly, this was the Son of God. And it's too late now. Y'all done already done the damage. What do you... Okay, I'm sorry, y'all. I feel like, though, that's just how it is, though, today. God be trying to tell us something and tell us something and tell us something. And we don't pay attention. And then it's too late. And it's like, oh, shoot. That was literally Jesus trying to show me and tell me something. Tell me this. And by that time, it's too late. And the damage done been done. And then you got to go and either you got to apologize or you got to try and do what you can to reverse it. Or sometimes you can't reverse it and you just got to live with it. And many women, sorry, we're on 55. And many women were there, beholding afar off, which followed Jesus from Galilee, ministering unto him, among which was Mary Magdalene, and Mary, the mother of James and Joses, and See, here I would be like Jose, but I know that's not it. It's Joseph and the mother of Zebedee's children. When the even was come, there came a rich man of Arimathea named Joseph, who also himself was Jesus' disciple. He went to Pilate and begged the body of Jesus. Then Pilate commanded the body to be delivered. And when Joseph had taken the body, he wrapped it in a clean linen cloth and laid it in his own new tomb, which he had hewn out in the rock. And he rolled a great stone to the door of the sepulchre, which we remember from before we went over that word, which means burial. So the tomb, it's a tomb, and departed. And there was Mary Magdalene and the other Mary sitting over against the sepulchre. Now the next day that followed the day of the preparation, the chief priests and Pharisees came together unto Pilate, saying, Sir, we remember that deceiver said, while he was yet alive, after 3 days I will rise again. Command therefore that the sepulchre be made sure until the third day, lest his disciples come by night and steal him away, and say unto the people, He is risen from the dead. So the last error shall be worse than the first. Pilate said unto them, Ye have a watch. Go your way. Make it as sure as ye can. So they went and made the sepulchre sure, sealing the stone and setting a watch. Man, they really... so hateful. The man done already died and they were still hateful. Jesus was already gone and they still. I kind of want to go on to read 28. I do. I kind of want to go on to read 28 already because 28 is short. But at the same time, I feel like I want to... I'm going to go ahead and read 28. I'm going to just go ahead and do 27 and 28. And then tomorrow we'll just start a new book, pretty much. Okay. So, chapter 28 and 1. In the end of the Sabbath, it began to dawn toward the first day of the week. Came Mary Magdalene and the other Mary to see the sepulchre. And behold, there was a great earthquake. For the angel of the Lord descended from heaven and came and rolled back the stone from the door and sat upon it. His countenance was like lightning, and his raiment white as snow. And for fear of him, the keepers did shake and became as dead men. And the angel answered and said unto the women, Fear not ye, for I know that ye seek Jesus, which was crucified. He is not here, for he is risen, as he said. Come, see the place where the Lord lay, and go quickly and tell his disciples that he is risen from the dead. And behold, he goeth before you into Galilee. There shall ye see him. Lo, I have told you. And they departed quickly from the sepulchre with fear and great joy, and did run to bring his disciples word. And as they went to tell his disciples, behold, Jesus met them and saying, All hail! And they came and held him by the feet and worshipped him. Then said Jesus unto them, Be not afraid. Go tell my brethren that they go into Galilee. And there shall they see me. Now when they were going, behold, some of the watch came into the city, and showed unto the chief priests all the things that were done. And when they were assembled with the elders, and had taken counsel, they gave large money unto the soldiers, saying, Say ye, his disciples came by night, and stole him away while we slept. And if this come to the governor's ears, we will persuade him and secure you. So they took the money and did as they were taught. And this saying is commonly reported among the Jews until this day. They lied and believed the lie. Then the 11 disciples went away into Galilee, into a mountain where Jesus had appointed them. And when they saw him, they worshipped him. But some doubted. And Jesus came and spake unto them, saying, All power is given unto me in heaven and in earth. Go ye therefore and teach all nations, baptizing them in the name of the Father and of the Son and of the Holy Spirit, teaching them to observe all things whatsoever I have commanded you. And lo, I am with you always, even unto the end of the world. Amen. So that was actually the end of Matthew. So, we did it. We went through 28 chapters. 28 chapters. I hope that everybody was as blessed as I was going through this. I pray that your souls were truly edified as mine was. I thank you all for going through Matthew with me. I don't know. Actually, I know what I had said before, but I don't know if I'm going to go into Mark, or if I'm going to go into, because I know Matthew, Mark, Luke, John, they go through the many different things that Jesus went through while he was on the earth. And some of them do go into greater detail about the beatings that Jesus went through in the end before he was crucified. And some of the things that he went through while he was up there on the cross. Excuse me. Most likely, that's what I'll do. But just in case, if my Lord tells me to do something else, then I got to follow it, right? So, I do thank you all, though, again, for coming in and reading Matthew with me and just participating, and I pray that this has truly blessed you. I don't know what else to say. I didn't plan on reading 28 tonight to end it tonight. Tomorrow night was supposed to be the end, but I just felt like read. So I went ahead and read 28 to go along with it. But yeah, because also the other books do go into detail about what happened too after Jesus had risen that third day. What they did in Galilee, what he did for the 40 days while he was on the earth before he ascended to heaven. So yes. But yeah, all right. If you have any questions about what we read tonight, go ahead, drop those in the comments below, or feel free to send those to me in Messenger. You can reach me at Facebook, which is Kendrea Hoyle, which is KENDREAHOYLE. And then you can also reach me through Messenger on Instagram, which is at Kenny Hoyle. So that's KENNIIHOYLE. Through those, you can reach me, ask me any questions you may have. If you have any prayer requests, I'm more than happy to pray for y'all. Because because everybody needs prayer, right? So if you have prayer, if you want me to pray for somebody else, I'm more than happy to do so as well. The only thing I ask you to do is please leave the name of the person or persons that you want me to pray for in the comments or in Messenger. Now, if you don't feel comfortable saying what's going on, completely understand. All I ask is, hey, Ken, can you pray for me? Cool. If you want me, hey, Ken, can you pray for so-and-so? Cool. All I ask is that you please leave their name or the names of said people, so that way I can mention their names during prayer. Let's see. Of course, I got my list. I'm like trying to make sure I didn't miss anything. Yes. Oh, yep. See, please remember to like, share, comment, and subscribe. Most likely I will be back tomorrow night reading a new book. Unless, the Lord tells me to wait. We'll see what else, he has me to read, unless he just wants me to go on, through the New Testament. I definitely want to hit some of these Old Testament books. Somebody might not be happy with me saying this, but they really don't teach a lot of Old Testament anymore in churches. So that's definitely something I feel like we all need to read, and we really need to know about. It's still relevant to us. So yeah. But yes, of course, like I said, I will see y'all then either tomorrow night or the night after. God bless you. Thank you again so much for coming through this journey with me. I appreciate it. I appreciate you all, each and every one of y'all, for doing this with me. And anybody who comes in months down the line, years down the line, days, years, months, whatever, God bless you too. God bless you all. And I will see you all later. All right? Bye, y'all.